Day. I am Stephanie M. Antonio from the Valenzuela Medical Center. I will be reporting Chapter 6, Regulation and Taxation Issues. E-governance, the use of information and communication technology or ICT to deliver government services has transformed public administration by enhancing transparency, efficiency, and citizen participation. However, this digital shift also brings forth complex regulatory and taxation challenges. The emergence of online transactions, e-commerce, and digital service delivery complicates traditional taxation model, demanding reforms in tax laws, compliance mechanisms, and cross-border digital taxation policies. So for the trivia, so did you know that under Philippine tax laws, properties transferred to charitable institutions are exempt from the estate tax? This means that when an individual leaves their estate to a recognized charitable organization, that portion of the estate is not subject to estate tax. This exemption encourages philanthropy and allows charitable organizations to benefit without the burden of taxation. For the motivation, imagine a world where every business, big or small, operates in a transparent and fair environment, where regulations are clear and tax systems are efficiently implemented. So in such a world, compliance could not feel like a burden, but rather a tool for growth and stability. Proper regulation and taxation create a level playing field where businesses thrive and governments can fund essential services from education to infrastructure. Now, the following are the five objectives of the topic regulation and taxation issues. We will discuss each of these objectives one by one. Regulation in e-governance involves setting policies and guidelines that ensure transparency, accountability, and data protection. It ensures that digital transactions are legitimate and government services are provided securely and equitably. Regulation in e-governance also ensures transparency and fairness in digital transactions. In the Philippines, the government has steadily integrating ICT into public service delivery. Although more regulation concerns are focused on data privacy, cybersecurity, and digital identity. One of the cornerstone law in this regard is the Data Privacy Act of 2012 by National Privacy Commission, which establishes policies for protection of personal information. Later on, the Philippine Identification System Act or PhilSys, which institutionalized a single national ID system. In terms of government taxation regulation and initiatives which aim to modernize tax collection, there are some regulations implemented. This includes number one, electronic filing and payment system by the BIR, in which certain taxpayers are required to use. Example are large taxpayers, top withholding agents. Number two is the electronic BIR forms, online taxpayer services and platforms. These fall under the broader push for digital transformation under the Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act of 2018. The most relevant online registration system, or ORS, launched in 2024, part of the government's Digital Philippine Roadmap and aligns with Executive Order 170, or adaptation of digital payments. Example of cities in the Philippines which already implemented online tax payment systems, especially for local taxes like real property tax, business permits, and community taxes are the Quezon City, Makati, Manila, Valenzuela, Davao, and Cebu. E-governance impacts taxation system in terms of tax collection, enforcement, and transparency. With digital platforms, government faces new challenges in collecting taxes from online businesses. With taxation of digital services, a question arises on how to categorize these services for taxation purposes, whether they should be taxed as goods or services. Traditionally, taxation relies on physical presence. However, with e-governance, it is difficult to determine whether the service is consumed or where the entity should be taxed. Lastly, e-governance system collects sensitive personal data which can raise privacy concerns. E-governance regulation positively impacts businesses and economy by streamlining processes like tax filing, licensing and permits, reducing costs, and increasing transparency. However, governments face several challenges in implementing taxation system and e-governance, including ensuring secured and efficient digital infrastructure to handle vast amounts of taxpayers' data and transactions. There is also the complexity of updating legal frameworks, managing cross-border taxation for international transactions, varying levels of digital literacy and access among citizens, technological barriers in tracking online transactions, and cyber threats. To improve regulation and taxation frameworks under e-governance system, the blockchain technology can significantly improve regulation and taxation frameworks by providing transparent, immutable, and secure ledger for all digital transactions. In the Philippines has been actively exploring and implementing blockchain technology in e-governance. The eGov chain launched by the DICT interconnects different government platforms including the eGov.ph Super App or the Citizen Access to Services, the National ID System, and the eGov Data Exchange that ensures tamper-proof records and real-time data sharing between agencies. Automating tax reduces human error through the use of artificial intelligence or AI. The recent progress of the Philippines in the use of AI is called AI-driven tax administration. Aside from chatbots, appointment and complaints, implementation of cloud-based system, and electronic invoicing, the predictive data analytics for risk assessment analyzes taxpayers' data to identify high-risk transactions and potential fraud. The BIR has partnered with the Ateneo de Manila University's Math Department to develop a sophisticated algorithm capable for detecting ghost receipts with remarkable accuracy. While the system is operational, the BIR continues to refine and enhance the detection and prevention of tax fraud. For the case study, in 2020, the government of India introduced the Goods and Services Tax or the GST for digital economy, aiming to streamline taxation on e-commerce platforms. The key features include the place of supply rules. This is the place where the supply is generally the location of the consumer. The GST registration for online businesses, and the business can claim input tax credit for the tax paid on inputs to reduce the cascading effect of taxes. There are still challenges with GST, including revenue loss and tax evasion, because some international platforms were not always compliant with Indian tax laws. Another are technical difficulties and rapid changes in technology. For the scenario-based case, imagine a small online business based in the US has expanded its operation to Europe and Asia. Despite being subject to local taxes in various countries, the business finds it difficult to keep up with different tax rates, compliance requirements, and documentation needed for tax filings in each jurisdiction. The business owner is considering using an automated system to track and report taxes for each region. Now you see here are the guiding questions based on the scenario for you to think about. That's all for my report. Thank you all for listening.